All right, good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Colleen Musinski, and I'm here at the Elks National Foundation in beautiful Chicago, Illinois, ready to get this webinar started. This is the very first webinar of our 2014-15 season, and as such, it's a kickoff webinar. We're going to talk about everything you need to know about the upcoming Hoop Shoot season. So sit back, relax, I'll go through the slides and just talk my head off about the hoop shoot, and I'm really excited. So let's get started. Just a couple of webinar tips if you haven't been to one before. If you can't hear me, turn up the volume. Obviously, me saying that you can't hear me isn't helpful, but hopefully you can read it on my screen right now. Make sure that you turn up the volume on your speakers so you can hear me clearly. If at any point you get disconnected, simply click on the email link again and re-enter the meeting. I will be recording, and I am recording this webinar right now, so if you do need to leave for any reason, you can find a recording of this posted on the Hoop Shoot website tomorrow morning. And if you have any issues, please call our office at 773-755-4730, and one of my happy coworkers will help you troubleshoot to get back in. So let's kick off our Hoop Shoot season. So these words might be familiar to a lot of you, and I think it's a good idea to kick off the season with a reminder of what it's all about. You may be used to seeing compete, connect, succeed because it's the new Hoop Shoot mantra, and it sums up what we believe to be the big picture of the Hoop Shoot. Compete. We want to help youth build character and develop good sportsmanship through healthy competition. Connect. At the same time, we want to encourage youth to connect with peers, form relationships with caring adults, by providing them opportunities to interact, encouraging family involvement, and involving Elks volunteers. And succeed. Our hope is that through participation in the Hoop Shoot, contestants will develop skills and values that aid them in achieving success beyond the basketball court and the free throw line, including in school and in life. So it's just important to keep these goals in mind when planning and promoting your contest, and obviously these goals of the program reach everywhere from the lodge level all the way up. So to go along with that, we're just going to go over 3 of our big Hoop Shoot program goals. What I like to say is that the Hoop Shoot is more than a contest. And since it's more than a contest, we want to make sure that we design a program when we design a contest that hits these 3 goals. We'd like to create a quality experience for youth, engage contestants at every level of competition. So win or lose, every Hoop Shoot contestant should walk away from a Hoop Shoot contest saying that they had fun, learned valuable life lessons, and met some stellar Elks. We also want to promote program values to contestants in new and innovative ways. Hard work, dedication, sportsmanship. Think of creative ways to encourage participants to adopt these values as their own. And finally, we want to increase Elks visibility and inspire parents of contestants and other Hoop Shoot partners to join the order. That's what it's all about, right? We want people to see all the great things Elks are doing in their community and be inspired to take action to join as well. So, always important to keep these 3 program goals in mind, as well as our mantra. Whenever we talk about the Hoop Shoot, I like to open webinars and presentations with these 2 slides because it's just a good thing to keep fresh in our minds. But today is basically a Hoop Shoot season kickoff. So what that means is we're just going to go over some logistics, including a timeline for the season, what was in your annual mailing that you should have gotten earlier this month, and go through what's new in the program, what changes we're making, and just kind of some basic overview for every director at every level. So let's start off with kind of the most basic thing, a timeline of events for the 2014-15 Hoop Shoot season. So some of these dates, as you can see, pertain only to certain directors, but as a volunteer for the program, it's a good idea to familiarize yourself with the general timeline of events. So the very first date up there on the screen has actually already passed. On August 1st, our Hoop Shoot annual mailing was sent directly to lodge directors. So the annual mailing hit mailboxes around the first week of August, they were in care of the assigned Hoop Shoot director and sent directly to the lodge mailing address. So to go along with that, our district and state packets also went out shortly after. So if you've not yet received your mailing, please give our office a call, contact me directly via email, or again, give my office a call and I can send another. So the next date coming up is October 1st, and that's when district dates are due to the ENF. Now, this reminder is really specifically for any state directors in our audience, but it also pertains to district directors as well. Make sure you keep your state director in the loop for when your contest is, because I need those dates by October 1st so everyone can get their trophies on time. So that's coming up fast. If you have your date already, make sure you let everyone know so those trophies can get to your mailbox in time for your contest. So in December, at the end of this year, lodge contests end. Now, I don't have a specific date on that because every state and every district is different. The important thing to remember is that your lodge contest needs to run at least 2 weeks prior to your district contest. So in general, across the country, that usually happens in early to mid-December, in some places even late December to early January. But in general, lodge contests on a whole end during December. And again, just make sure that your lodge contest is 2 weeks prior to your district contest. Going along the same lines, in January 2015, which seems far off but already isn't, district contests end. So in general, our very first state contests usually happen in the beginning of January, so district contests should be wrapping up around then. On February 28th is our very first regional contest in Region 1 and 7, and so that is the first round of regional contests to happen, and they go pretty much every weekend until March 28th with our last regional contests for Region 5, 6, and 11. So by March 28th, we'll know the names of our 72 talented national finalists, and we'll be on the road to Springfield for national finals, which this year falls on the weekend of April 16th to 19th. So you can check out our schedule of state and regional contest dates on the Hoop Shoot website under the tab Compete, and I'll show you exactly where that is, just in case you forget or you'd like to pass that along to anyone interested. So the very last date up there is May 1st, and that's when lodge participation numbers are due to the ENF. So this is a very important date, and this kind of wraps up the 2014-15 season. That's when we need those participation numbers from each and every lodge. And this year, much like last year, the participation can be and needs to be reported through our online lodge contest report form, and we'll go into that in a much more detail because even though lodge directors are the ones filling it out, everyone can play a part in making sure these numbers are accurate and get to the foundation on time. So now that we have a good frame of reference for what's going on in 14-15, let's talk a little bit about the annual mailing. So 3 basic questions: who gets the mailing, what's new in it, and what if I need more materials? So let's start with the who. The Hoop Shoot annual mailing was sent to lodge mailing addresses in care of the appointed Lodge Hoop Shoot director on August 1st, like I had mentioned. Lodges that did not appoint a Lodge Hoop Shoot director in CLMS prior to July 24th this year had the packet sent to the attention of the secretary. So if you are a brand new lodge director that was just appointed very recently, chances are that annual mailing packet was actually sent in care of the secretary. So if it was sent to the wrong person for whatever reason, or if the contact information is off, please let our office know. We take great care in making sure that it gets to the right person, and if all the Hoop Shoot information isn't getting to the right person, let us know and we can fix that for you. So next question, what's new? What's new in that annual mailing? The annual mailing included one new promotional piece this year and one new practical piece, as I like to say. We added a copy of the certificate of insurance to help lodges quickly and efficiently secure gym space for their contests. So that's the practical piece. Based on a lot of feedback from last year's annual mailing, it was kind of the piece that was missing from years past. And I know it's really nice to just have that in hand when you go to a contest venue rather than having to go online and download it. Now it's also available online to download, so that's also an option in case you lose your copy. We also have plenty of copies available here at the office as well. So that's the new practical piece. We also added a how to host a preliminary hoop shoot contest trifold guide. As you probably noticed, in addition to our regular posters and brochures, we had another nice, colorful promotional piece that includes a lot of pictures and information about the hoop shoot. So just a little bit more about that piece. Each lodge got 5 trifold guides, and what they're meant to do is they're intended to be as part of a kit given to interested partners who have committed to running a contest. So that's something if you've set up a meeting with a local gym teacher, say, who's interested in running a preliminary contest. It's a great piece that has all the rules right there in one place and also has a tear-off sheet so that gym teacher can write down who won at his or her lodge contest and then forward it to the lodge director. So this piece should not replace, I repeat, should not replace physical contact with potential contest partners. This isn't meant as a piece to be included in an impersonal mass mailing for anyone who might be interested. This is really, should be given to the people who have already committed to running a contest, who are excited about joining the program and who want to learn more about how they can get started in the hoop shoot. So that being said, it's a piece that we're bringing back from a couple years ago. So this was included in annual mailing back in 2012, something that we've kind of, I guess, resurrected and, redone and revamped for this year. So in that way, I'm anticipating it to be, and it already has been, a very popular and important piece of promotional material that a lot of directors would like more copies of. So if you need any more materials that were included in the annual mailing, check out the Hoop Shoot website. All of our materials are posted under Director's Drills, and you can download and print an unlimited amount. We'll take a field trip to the Hoop Shoot website next, but if you did not receive any materials at all at this time, again, if you have not received your packet at all, if it has water damage or something along those lines, please let me know, and I'll be happy to send out a new one. Before we take a field trip to the website, I want to draw everyone's attention to a piece of exciting news, our new Hoop Shoot film. At Grand Lodge Convention this year in New Orleans, we debuted our new short Hoop Shoot promotional film. And this inspirational film follows the Hoop Shoot journey of 4 talented 2014 national finalists. So if you received an email from me last week, I included a link to this. It's also posted on our website in very many places, but we're really excited and proud of this film. It's really encapsulates what the Hoop Shoot is all about, and it's a simple, great way to promote the program for those that might not be familiar. So for those that have been with the Hoop Shoot, for a long time, it's inspirational and exciting to see it all in a quick 6 minutes. And for those that have never seen the Hoop Shoot before, it's also a really great educational piece. So as it says at the bottom, a DVD copy of the film will be sent to lodges in the coming weeks. And we hope that you take that DVD or the YouTube link to your local public access station to get the word out, show it at the lodge to Elks, or share it to prospective partners for your contests. So right there's a picture of our diligent camera crew getting some footage of one of the 4 finalists, Bailey Finn, and if anyone was in Springfield, they know it was a good time, and if you weren't in Springfield, it's a great opportunity to feel like you were there. So again, a link to the film is posted on our website, and I'll make sure to show you where that's posted. So we're all really excited about it here at the office. I know when we debuted it, in New Orleans, I was sitting there in the audience and I got the chills because it was so exciting to see, everyone's hard work up there on the big screen, and, would not have been possible without each and every one of you and each and every one of the great volunteers that help with the hoop shoot. So it's a collaborative effort and really exciting. Go check it out, please. So speaking of checking it out, that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to take a detour to the Hoop Shoot website so I can kind of show you in real time where all of this stuff is. I talk about it all the time in emails and on phone calls and in webinars like this. Go to the website. That's where everything's posted, and we're going to do that right now. So as you can see in the green, the Directors Drills tab is the most important link for Hoop Shoot directors, from lodge directors all the way on up. So hopefully you can see, here we are at the Hoop Shoot website at www.elks.org/hoopshoot. And I've already logged in. As you can see up here, it says member logout, which means I've logged in. But in order to access the Directors Drills tab, you do need to have a elks.org username and password. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you don't, it's a really simple thing to sign up for. All you need is an email address and a name. And I think everyone here has all of those things, since you also needed them to come to the webinar. So really simple. As you can see on our Hoop Shoot page, we have our Finalists of the Week feature. Each week we feature a brand new talented 2014 national finalist. You can also see this clock down here. It's a countdown to the 2015 finals, which is already under 300 days, which is crazy, but it is. And then here is where, here is where we have our Hoop Shoot film. And this is kind of our main page, and it highlights a story, often updated every 2 weeks. So this is where you can find a direct link to the Hoop Shoot film. So let's click on that. And it is already embedded in here. So this is a easy way to just see the film right there on the home page. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to Directors Drills. As you can see on the left-hand side, we have a lot of tabs here. The Hoop Shoot tab has News from the Court, which is where we compile all of our news stories. The Contestant of the Week tab is also is again the tab at the front where we feature our finalist. And Tell Us Your Story is where you or a talented contestant or a family that had a great experience with the Hoop Shoot can leave us their story. So we get a lot of great submissions here and a lot of great stories about the Hoop Shoot, and we try to feature them all the time. So we love hearing from anyone who has a good story. So definitely direct people here who would like to, either have them email me or go right here to share their story. So right here we have the Compete section, and the Compete section has the playbook, contest schedules, and a list of state directors. So the playbook is basically where all of our rules are. So all the rules are included in our pocket manual and in the trifold guide, which were in the annual mailing, but they're also here for your perusal online. The contest schedule is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. This is where you can find the dates for our regional and state contests. Right now we have Nevada and South Carolina state contests already up. And then a list of state directors. So this is also very helpful for lodge and district directors who might need to reach out to their state director. All their contact information is right here. So we have our Connect tab, and here we just have a space for parents and to kind of learn more about the program. We have Team Elks, which is where we have a bio of each of our stellar regional directors. And we also have Community, which is where we have 2 great stories about kids who have used the Hoop Shoot to give back to their community. And this is something that's great to share, again, with parents or prospective partners, but these 2 kids took it upon themselves to raise money for each basket that they made during the Hoop Shoot, and I think it's great. So great feature right here as well. So we have Compete, Connect, and now the Succeed tab. Our Succeed tab has a complete list of our Hoop Shoot national champions, so if anyone's ever looking for results from years past, that's where you can find them. We also have stories on alumni of the program and tips for kids who might want to hear how to prepare for the Hoop Shoot season. So a lot of these resources great for, again, potential contestants and parents. But again, the director's drills is the most important tab for directors. I can't stress it enough. This is where we have everything. So as you can see, it's broken down: lodge, district, state directors section, along with our promotional materials section, our contest materials section, and our merchandise section. So in our lodge directors section, we have a very important link, the link to our lodge contest report form. Now, for the 14-15 season, as you can see, it is not yet posted, but it will be posted by mid-September. But this is the spot, lodge directors, that you need to go to when you're done with your contest and you'd like to report on participation for your contest. So we'll go into this in a lot more detail, but this is where the link is. In all of my email reminders, it'll take you directly to this page, and you click on Lodge Contest Report Form. Also here you can find Lodge Directors Checklist, and there's a checklist like this in each one in Lodge, District, and State Directors. And this is a step-by-step guide for Lodge Directors and includes important steps for planning and implementing the Lodge contest. So it's a great resource to keep you on track for your contest. There's also a flyer for contest winners. This is also available in district and state as well. So this flyer is really important because it is kind of a flyer that lays out the next steps for your contest winners. So really important that communication is really important to make sure that winners know where they're going next and they can continue on their road to Springfield with that information. It's very important, and this flyer is kind of a very succinct way to do that. So let's take a look. So again, it just lists the contest date and time, location and address for the next level. So really important, easy piece to edit, and it's posted right there. We also have letterhead, sign-in sheets, and a certificate of achievement. So a lot of those materials are also available under district and state. I don't want to bore you too much by going through again, but check it out if you're a district or a state director. A lot of these resources tailored to your contest are in these sections. Let's go to the promotional tab because some of you might be interested in some of the materials posted here. So we have the Hoop Shoot logo is available here. It's an electronic copy, and that is available to anyone and everyone. So if you want to use it for a flyer, for a t-shirt, for a pin or a patch, you can send it to anyone and everyone. That is yours to use. It's posted right there. In the same way, we have our poster, our trifold guide, and a brochure, all of which were included in the annual mailing right here for your perusal as well. So the How to Host a Hoop Shoot trifold is right here in a handy PDF. And as you can see, it prints out for easy folding. The only thing different is, unfortunately, that last page, the perforated page will not be perforated. But other than that, it's all right here. Once it comes up, so this page right here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but this page right here won't be perforated, but it's all right there for easy printing. We also have a link to the Hoop Shoot film. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. I think I have a lot of times, but the film's right there for a promotional piece. We also have a news release tutorial and generator. So this is a handy guide if you want to get your contest or the results of your contest in a local paper. You just simply type in the information and it crafts a professional looking news release. So great feature right here for before or after your contest. And the final thing up here, our Contestant of the Week submission form. So that piece on the front page where we feature a contestant a week. If you have a stellar contestant at any level, at your lodge, at your district, state, regional contest that you want, that you think would want to be featured, or you think deserves to be featured, use this form and then just send it to me with a picture. It just has basic information and fun questions for the kids about how they prepare for the hoop shoot, and then we use it to feature them each week. So that's where all of our promotional materials live, and again, all in PDF format for quick and easy printing. Our contest material section, this is kind of the nitty-gritty, the what everyone needs in order to run a hoop shoot at any level. So our registration form is here, the scorecard and age categories are here, all of which were included in the annual mailing. Instruction sheet for contest volunteers and officials. It's a double-sided practical guide for contest and official volunteers. We also have our certificate of insurance here and the pocket manual. Excuse me. We also have a floor plan for setting up the gym, keys to success and solutions, and speaking points, just kind of basic information if you would run into any issues. It's advice from former and current district, state, and regional directors, so people who've been through it before, who are vets of the program and offer up advice. All this is posted here as well as the hoop shoot film. Again, it's everywhere, and it should be because it's awesome. But so this is where, again, where you can find extra scorecards, registration forms, stuff that each contest needs at every level. So that's where all of our contest materials are. They're all updated for the 14-15 season. So a lot of our promotional materials and contest materials have the date on them, you know, to differentiate from the seasons and stuff like that. So. And finally, our last tab here is our Hoop Shoot merchandise tab. I get a lot of questions throughout the year about where to get pins and basketballs and t-shirts and patches, and this is where all of this lives. So to view a catalog of Hoop Shoot apparel, mini basketballs, and novelty items, you can click here for our Windy City website. That's our main vendor here in Chicago, and they carry everything from water bottles to frisbees to warm-ups. They have everything. You know, a note about this is obviously Windy City is shipping from Chicago, so if you have something that is time sensitive, you know, that you need by the next day, or if you have a vendor in your area that you'd like to use, go for it. Use that Hoop Shoot logo that's posted on the promotional section and create your own. The contest apparel is here and available to everyone, but you do not need to use them if you don't want to. So, but this is where that link lives, along with a link to Barton & Company, who supplies all of our trophies. So if you need to contact Bart, or if you want to order more trophies or medallions or something like that, click here for his website. Contest basketballs can be ordered through Sterling Athletics, and hoop shoe pins can be ordered through Metalcraft Mint. So this is just kind of a list of the vendors that we use here at the foundation. Again, if you'd like to use a local vendor or someone else, by all means, go for it. This is just what we use, and we wanted to provide these links to you for merchandise. So that is the Hoop Shoot website in a nutshell. I hope I didn't go too quickly or bore you too much, but there's some really important information here, and I really encourage everyone to check it out. Just spend even 10 minutes going through director's drills, clicking on links that you thought might be helpful or pertinent to you. And if anyone has any questions, parents or potential contestants, or maybe, you know, if you're a district director, you're a lodge director in your district, make sure that they know how to use this website and send them here, because a lot of times that question you have, that information you need is just right here at your fingertips. So, all right, I guess I'm done harping on the website. Again, it's a great resource for everyone. Check it out for sure. So let's get back to our regularly scheduled program here. And so we've talked about the annual mailing, we've talked about a timeline of events, we've talked about the Hoop Shoot film and the Hoop Shoot website. Something that I mentioned in our field trip to the website was the Lodge Contest Report Form. And this is an important piece because it directly affects everyone working and volunteering for the hoop shoot. So it's a form that lodge directors need to fill out, but that we all can have a part in making sure we get the most accurate participation numbers for the program. So remember, you need an elks.org username and password in order to access the form, and again, any materials under director's drills. So again, we moved participation reporting online last year. It is only online, and it's that link that I showed you under Lodge Directors in Directors Drills, and it is on the Lodge Director to fill out a form. Click the Submit button, and that information goes directly to the foundation. So only one form can be downloaded and filled out per elks.org username and password, and only one form can be filled out per lodge, and that's a little bit confusing, so let me explain in further detail. So your elks.org username and password can only access one form. So if you're the lodge director for lodge number 100, your elks.org username and password can only access one form. So you fill it out for Lodge 100, click the Submit button. You can't then turn around and submit one for your friend at Lodge 101. Unfortunately, just the way that our website and our IT department is set up, that's how the form works. In the same way, once you submit a form for Lodge 100, the secretary can't go in and submit another form for Lodge 100. So just keep that in mind. If you're a district director and you have a lodge that maybe can't access the form or isn't so computer savvy and you'd like to fill one out for them, that's totally fine. Just keep this in mind, that your username and password on elks.org can only access and submit one form. But after you're done filling out the form, it's sent directly to the ENF, and you have the ability to save and print off a PDF for easy sharing. So if you submit it and then save that PDF to your computer, you can email it to your state director if you'd like. It breaks down participation between preliminary and lodge contests. So just keep that in mind, that the preliminary contests, so contests that don't happen, at a lodge, so school contests, contests at the Boys and Girls Club, etc., that participation is reported at the top, and then the participation at your lodge contest is reported directly under that. Then there are questions about engaging contestants and volunteers. We ask you to share what makes your contest unique, and it's really a great opportunity to kind of brag about your contest. We got a lot of insights as to the great things Elks across the country are doing with the hoop shoot, and we got that information because of the Lodge Contest Report form. So those questions, make sure you fill them out, and again, brag about your contest. Tell us how your contest is, is the coolest in the area, and what makes your hoop shoot your hoop shoot. We always love to hear that. So again, I think I had just mentioned that last season was the first year we moved reporting completely online. And since it was a benchmark year, obviously, we weren't expecting 100% of lodges to report, just because it's a new process, and it was brand new for us too. So we had 47% of lodges report their participation numbers to us, which as a benchmark year, I think is a good start. Obviously, we'd like that number to go up, but 40% of lodges submitted their participation numbers to us. And given that reporting, we had 299,905 8 to 13-year-olds participate across the country in the hoop shoot last year. So that number is based on the lodges reporting from last year. So, and that's the number of preliminary for kids participating in preliminary contest. We had 51,796 participate in a lodge contest, and 9,573 Elks volunteered for a hoop shoot, which is a great number. So that works out to an average of 61 contestants per lodge contest and 11 Elks per lodge contests, which is really impressive and really speaks to the strength of the hoop shoot program. So with 47% of lodges reporting, we had 845 lodge directors of a possible 1786. We sent 4 email reminders and 1 mailed letter to remind lodge directors regarding the lodge contest report form. So a link with directions was also consistently present in weekly lodge director email updates. So we tried to get the word out. Obviously, again, like I had mentioned, it was the first year for it. So we plan on continuing those reminders. And we also plan on making a couple other changes for the 14-15 season. So in 14-15, once that lodge contest report form link is up and running next month, you'll have the ability to report 0 participants. So the way that the form was set up this year, if a lodge didn't have a contest for whatever reason, so obviously we had really bad winter in a lot of parts of the country, so a lot of lodge contests unfortunately didn't happen, but those lodges can report even a 0 participants. So you can do that this year. So we ask, even if you didn't have a lodge contest, make sure you fill out the form. So we know kind of and are kept in the loop. And don't be afraid to put in 0 participants. That happens, it happens, we understand. So you'll be able to do that on the lodge contest report form for this season. We'll also be adding an online database that will show which lodges have turned in the lodge contest report form. So this database will help and be accessible to all directors, and it will especially help district and state directors make sure that participation is being reported. So once your lodge puts in that lodge contest report form, the online tracking database will be updated so it shows it was submitted. And then, you know, being transparent about this information, I think it can only benefit everyone, because then you can see who in your state maybe hasn't turned one in, will help with targeted reminders to those directors who might not have yet, and it also show maybe we have the wrong contact information, or maybe we have the wrong person for that particular lodge. So for example, if I'm sending a reminder email to John Smith at Lodge 100 over and over and over again, and it's actually, you know, Becky Jones who's in charge of the hoop shoot there, it'll help us kind of target those reminders. And we'll also increase reminders going out to lodge directors, mostly emailed reminders with at least 1 more mailed reminder. So be on the lookout for those changes. Be on the lookout for that helpful tracking database coming soon. And it will be in director's drills of the Hoop Shoot website. Surprise, surprise, where everything else is. Yay! And the crowd roars, just like Jim and Karen McNitt over here. All right, we're almost done. This is the end of the line here. So I just wanted to touch on the importance of emails. Given the number of hoop shoot directors from across the country, email is our #1 form of communication. Logistically, we have over 2,000 hoop shoot directors at various levels across the country, and it's just the most logical, effective way and easiest way for us to communicate changes, reminders, and updates to the program. So continuing from last year, we'll have weekly email updates targeted directly at lodge, district, state, and regional directors to keep everyone on track. So make sure we have a working email address for you, and make sure these emails aren't going directly to spam or trash folders. So I'm going to try not to inundate you with a ton of emails. I know that can get very annoying and want you to do that, and you'll want to hit the unsubscribe button very quickly. But just know that those emails are an important way for us to communicate important changes and reminders for the program. And more often than not, reminders and important reminders for anything having to do with the hoop shoot will come over email. So just be on the lookout. Make sure you open that email and just give it a quick look, I'd really appreciate it. So in the same way, we'd like your email address. If you didn't get an email reminder from me last week and you'd like to be put on that list, simply email hoopshoot@elks.org and let me know, and I can put your email right on. If you need a change in email in the same way, just let me know. We also want to hear from you. We want you to tell us about your contest or highlight the achievements of a stellar contestant. We have many features on the Hoopshoot website, as you saw, that highlight our success stories. Sharing helps us all learn, from lodge directors all the way up. So if you do something that sets you apart at your lodge contest or your district contest went over really well this year, tell us about it. Have a contestant fill out that contestant of the week form, or brag about it again on the Lodge Contest Report Forum. Last year we had 31 lodges who shared unique successful contest ideas. So we had 31 lodges across the country that were doing something that was more than just an awards banquet, or that was more than just having the contest and that's it. And that's great. I passed along those stories and some examples that we got from the Lodge Contest Report Forum in webinars, in presentations at convention, and we'll continue to use those examples. So if you want to turn in a Contestant of the Week form, brag about it on the Lodge Contest Report Form, or simply email hoopshoot@elks.org and attach digital photos. Any way you want to do it, just make sure we hear from you if you have a great idea or a great success story. All right, and finally, so today again was just meant as a general overview of the 14-15 season, but there's still so much to talk about. So here's a list of upcoming webinar topics and dates. This year we'll touch on promotion, engaging contestants, and offer webinars specifically for directors at every level of competition. And as always, we'll post a recording of each Hoopshoot webinar on the Hoopshoot website directly after they air. So I completely understand that 1 p.m. on a Wednesday does not work with everyone's schedule, especially if you work during the day. This time might not be conducive to you, and I apologize. Long story short, this is the only time that we can run webinars because it's the only time I'm in the office. So that being said, the recordings are a fantastic way to kind of keep up to date. They're always posted on the website directly after. If you have questions, just simply email hoopshoot@elks.org. Obviously it's not live, but I'll get back to your question as soon as possible. And if you have any ideas for webinar topics, please let me know as well. This is based on feedback we got from, this schedule is based on feedback we got from surveys of directors last season. Most directors wanted to know more about promoting their Hoopshoot contest and engaging contestants beyond the free throw line. But if you think that there's a topic that would benefit from discussion over a webinar, please let me know. Always up for exploring new ideas. Also, if you would like a copy of these slides at any time to put on your own webinar or put on your own presentation at a district deputy meeting, or any sort of convention or meeting of directors or anything, let me know. I can send along those slides as well with all the fun pictures. So, all right, so that concludes our kickoff webinar. Thank you so much for sticking with me and sticking with my fast talking and lame jokes. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box right now and I can answer them, or email hoopshoot@elks.org, give me a call, and the website is there as well. All right. Let's see. All right, so I got a question here. Do we plan on having a webinar for the soccer shoot? So the soccer shoot is actually not run by the Elks National Foundation. It's actually now a program that is run by each Elks State Association. So I would recommend getting in contact with your state association for more information about the soccer shoot. Unfortunately, we won't be running any soccer shoot webinars. I'm so sorry. Someone here asked if there's a certificate of participation. There is. Let me go back to the website really fast to show you where. So it's in our director's drills, and depending on which contest you're looking for, so for example, if you are a lodge director and you'd like a certificate of achievement or participation, you can click on it here. Now, I see the distinction between achievement and participation. Right now, you can edit this for participants. So, you know, this certificate is specifically for those that placed at your contest, but is editable to say participant. So, all right. Well, I think that's all. Thank you so much for the questions. And again, thank you so much for participating today. Again, this will be posted on the Hoop Shoot website tomorrow morning. And thanks again. Have a great day.